on. May he live long and prosper.
And he had this whole conversation with somebody claiming to be Thomas Rousseau, but it was not me because I don't talk to police like that. That was a fun time.
Was that Metropolitan Police Department?
I don't know exactly who he was because I think he was DC City Police, and I asked him, so what happens when we leave the district? Do you still have jurisdiction? He really didn't want to answer that question. So he could have been anything. But what he wasn't was an email correspondence with me, as he so thought. You'll actually go across, you'll find some quotes out there on a few articles saying, in 2021 that, I'm doing this march because we want to fight the Jew, which, is not exactly wrong, but it's also not how I describe the issue. But
it seemed pretty close earlier.
Yeah, well, each their own. But
you seem to be right there.
It's the problem that I wasn't one of the ones saying.
At least I'm honest, and I want you to
So there was an impersonator running around. I think even some of those quotes made it onto my Wikipedia page. And we hounded those journalists and we said, hey, who told you that? Was it just some random guy on an email address? It turns out it was, and they never retracted any of it. Journalistic integrity, at least through live stream, you can see me. So if that ever happens to you, just feel free to cross-reference.
What is your interaction with the media in general? Do you tend to reply to requests?
I get lots of media requests, I deny them all. So here, y'all are live streaming and I have my own cameras. It's different. And also, I couldn't really avoid y'all. I'm both on the middle tube, right? But journalists who want to contact you ahead of time, they want to cut it up. And I know, maybe not y'all, but I know a lot of journalists, if you say yes to those interviews, they know you're a sucker. They know you're an idiot because they're going to cut up. You can talk to them for an hour. They're going to use 2 seconds of it. They're going to be looking for only things that satisfy their narrative. This is not new stuff. So I very gladly delete and ignore plenty of requests, but I encourage journalists to keep sending them to me because I very much like the gesture of putting them in the digital trash can. Besides that, I like to know what articles they're writing ahead of time.
Are there any that you do reply to?
You, right now?
In terms of email correspondence?
Digitally, not really, no. I do podcast interviews, but they're not really journalists. Depending on how broad your definition of a journalist is.